Hey, what's good, everybody? Thank you guys for joining today's podcast episode, Knowing What's at Stake. So, with everything going on in the world, man, everybody supposedly focused on like Black Lives Matter and things of that nature. It's still baffling to me to see the lack of urgency in a certain sense, or just the lack of people, especially younger people, going out here and understanding what it is that's going on in the world. Like, we literally have somebody in office who doesn't care about anybody else but himself right now. Like, if you just go back and look at some of the things he's been saying just in the last few days, nonetheless, the last few months with the whole COVID-19 thing going on, it's baffling to me to see and to think that he has any type of intellectual sense of knowing what it is that's going to actually improve this country and try to help us move forward. Like, the only thing he's been focused about is money. The only thing he's been focused about is himself. And I mean, he hasn't even taken the necessary precautions for himself to try to be as safe as possible. And he wants to send the case numbers from the CDC to the White House. Everybody and anybody who understands what that means is automatically gonna know that all the numbers are gonna come out or start coming out probably within like a week or whatnot. They're gonna be tampered with. They're not gonna show the true numbers that should be shown for what it is that we have going on in the world. And it's crazy to me how he's literally like giving all these state governors power to kind of roam and do whatever they please. And then especially the ones in the South who have case rises that are spiking out of proportion, especially in the last 2 to 3 weeks, haven't done anything and haven't made any plans to try to change the outlook of the virus that's going on. And we have people up in here talking about they really don't feel like voting. They don't like either one of the presidential candidates and everything, and they feel that like that's fine. And they feel like next year around this time that they're not going to be living in a different position or that they're going to live in any better than what they are right now. It's crazy to me because if you truly understood what it is that we possibly could be losing right now with Trump getting reelected, then you would be scared out of your mind and you'd be wanting to make sure that everybody would be all knowing of everything that goes on the political scene and would want to get out there and vote. I understand you want to have all these different reforms going on. You want to push all these different legislations and things and whatnot, and people feel like voting doesn't really matter to them or like their vote doesn't count, but it's got to start somewhere. Like, everybody's talking about everything that they want to do, but at the same time, everybody doesn't have money. Everybody doesn't have power. Everybody doesn't know people who can try to push things around or whatnot. And we still have plenty, I think it's like at least 10 states left or 15 states left or something like that who have like primary elections going on and things of that nature. Like, we literally need to be blowing out the ballots when it comes to voting against Trump and voting for the right people who are supposed to be in office, who are actually going to make a change, who are actually going to make an impact and start to give you guys that voice, but also the time and the money for you guys to push for the things that you want to push for. But everybody's focused on doing everything without putting the action behind it. My main focus and my main thing is always trying to put action behind things. Yeah, everybody has their individual causes or whatnot, and there's probably like 30 different things going on right now. They do need valuable time and effort being put into them. But if we don't come up with those main top 5 things and push for like the top 2 to 3 things towards the end of this year and around election time, then nothing's going to get done at all. There's too many people with too many voices trying to voice what they think is right and trying to think what they think is important, when we all should be trying to come together, figure out a consensus overall push that we need to legislate and have going on starting after these elections, and then some things will actually start to get done. Some of those main things in my mind would be like prison reform, police reform, but honestly, you probably even should reform the police in a certain sense. This should probably be done a completely different way. And then, like, just for me personally, education reform needs to be a main thing, because the education in this country, especially in some parts, is just horrible. Like, it's not up to standard, and it doesn't give you what you need and to go into college or things of that nature. And then there are plenty of other things that people can try to push for that I know affects more than just 1 or 2 communities, and I know that it affects more than just one race. But the main thing is trying to get everybody to understand, like, the importance of the times that we're living in. I understand everybody's going through something, and a lot of things that you see on TV or social media or whatnot are mentally draining and things of that nature, because I'm getting it too. But at the same time, you can't tell me that you're so outraged and so focused on why it is that you don't like Joe Biden or something, or why it is that you don't like how something else is going on, that you're going to let this moment slip by and slip out of our chance, an opportunity to actually change something and start to push something for the better. No, nothing's going to happen overnight. No, nothing's going to happen in the first 3 months, really, because Congress is going to push a lot of different things, and you know how Congress is. But if we do the right things and start with the right steps, which is not reelecting Trump, and then getting some other things in motion, yeah, in 3 years' time, some things will start to change, and maybe 10 years down the road, we'll actually see some real improvements in things and actually see some different data along the boards and all the different issues that we have going on in the world today. So my main push, my main idea is to make sure everybody understands what's going on and to just further educate yourselves, and don't be afraid to educate other people too. A lot of times, a lot of people, including myself, just educate ourselves, figure out what it is that we need to do, but we're shy and kind of afraid to push it on somebody else and just let them know what it is that they need to know. But we can't do that at this moment in time. It's a different era. It's a different day, and we have way too much at stake to be trying to delegate and make sure and not make sure that everybody understands what it is that they're going, what it is that they have that they can use to benefit everybody in the long run. So, hope you guys understand that, man. Hope you guys continue to be safe and do y'all's thing. And just be able to realize you hold power, but it's not like huge power. But if you put it in the pool, then it's going to definitely make certain waves across the board. So y'all keep doing y'all thing.